Perfect for the theme of today.
We're live.
We're live, and I'm being busy.
You just said, who's going to go first?
Did you answer that?
Yeah.
What was that? What was that answer?
Oh my goodness. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Jason.
I'm Jackie.
And we
The
are.
Flames.
And I don't know. I don't know how this is going to turn out today.
We're on LinkedIn too.
Yep.
That's fancy stuff.
Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitch.
You are fancy.
Nobody watches us on Twitch. I don't know what it is either. Okay. Anyway, our theme for today is protecting your marriage from busyness. Did you know any of the questions in advance?
I did not.
You usually
do. You know why?
I don't always read them either.
I'm busy.
You're like a comedian today.
Oh, I am.
Very funny. Well, if you are watching this live and you're putting up with us, drop a comment and share the video and go to Master Motivation Podcast on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. We are now just over 40 episodes in on this series, which has been a lot of fun. So I guess we will jump into talking about what we did last week.
I actually don't remember what we did this past weekend.
We were busy.
I do know we were busy. I know what we did yesterday.
What did we do yesterday?
Okay. Yesterday we went to the Adventist Health Simi Valley Farmers Market, and we put up a booth for Moore Park Karate and Krav Maga and Jiu-Jitsu. And
we haven't changed the name.
We boothed.
We boothed.
We boothed, and it was fun. It was hot. It was not as hot as I was worried. I literally was worried that I was going to pass out. I had a huge Starbucks drink. I had a huge water. You had both also.
The shade saved us. Good morning, Flames.
Good morning,
Good morning to you too. It's all three Flames.
I had some of my favorite pizza ever.
It was very good. What was the name of that place?
Something Nina. But I sent it for all my local festival people to call them. So they will be in Moore Park soon. I promise you that. Yep. They were amazing.
It was really, really good. Was the banana cream pie people there? There was a banana.
I don't go to them, and I will talk about that privately with you. There was a little issue with them being closed down in the Simi Town Center, and I am really careful about what I put in my body. That's all I'm saying. So
what? But was that person there?
No.
There was someone that sold like some kind of banana cake or banana something.
Oh.
Banana bread, I think it was. Anyway, yeah, you guys can text about that off camera. So anyway, yeah, we did this booth. It was in Simi. We typically don't do, a booth outside of Moore Park just because we met a lot of Simi residents, which is fine, but it's always nice to be invited to an event. I had thrown it out at one of our Moore Park Chamber of Commerce events that we're looking to, network a little bit more in our community and let everybody know about some of the things that we're doing. We have our back to school program, back to school trial program coming up. We have, which school starts for us next week in Moore Park. A lot of people start today. We also are talking to a lot of people about getting into the classrooms and talking about the 4 steps to success for back to school, and then also corporate self-defense programs. We've been doing a lot of visiting local businesses and just talking about safety tips, talking about exit plans, talking about all the things that could possibly happen. It's a little scary for some people because most people don't think about what could happen.
We don't want to think about it, right?
They don't want to think about it. You're right. And so anyway, yeah. Good morning, Nathan. Powerful point. Love that you're talking about this. Yep. We'll get to that topic in just a second, talking about busyness. But yeah, yesterday was a great day. It was 4 hours in the sun. It felt good to be in the sun. But by the last hour, we were definitely cooked and ready to go. But we did have some amazing pizza, and you got some pumpkin seeds because you love pumpkin seeds.
I love the guy that brings out, he's there with his son for hours. He brings out every type of nut and dried fruit possible, and he takes him forever to set up, takes him forever to put it away. He sells it for $8 a bag, and he's so passionate about what he does. I love him. I always have to get something from him. He's just a good guy.
It was nice.
And the sun was nice. And then the fruit guy,
Oh, the
the
fruit guy.
produce.
Yep, there's a really yeah, we got a tray of strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries, which I've already dove into those. He was so nice. He came over and he grabbed a fan from our table and grabbed some crayons, I think, too. He said, "Come over, come get some fruit." And I said, "Please let me pay you for it." And he's like, "No, you
You were,
take it."
you were supposed to buy shallots too and came back shallot free.
I came back shallot free. I did forget about that. That's my bad. But I came back with fruit.
It was no, it was so yeah. I believe it's every Tuesday, 11 to 3,
Mhm.
just ahead of the Simi Adventist Health Simi Valley Hospital. A really really cool little farmers market. It's just I love that it has a huge produce section with great fruit and great veggies. And and then the nut guy, and then there's a keto lady there who runs the whole event, which is really cool. All sorts of keto friendly treats. Um,
And there was about probably I would say a little over 100 people, 100-ish people that came through. A lot of it's a lot of the hospital employees come through on their lunch break and get a little treat, which I thought was cool. So yeah, that was a good event. And then because of that, I missed jujitsu in the morning. Um, but I did go in the evening because one of our friends, Dickie Billings, is moving to Georgia.
so sad.
So I went to roll with him specifically, but got to do some extra rolls and get a good hour of training in. So that was nice. It was a good send off for him. There was a ton of people. Obviously, he's made a huge impact in the Chatsworth and Simi schools, and all of the Alliance, all of the school owners love Dickie. So we wish him well, wish him all the best, and I look forward to coming to visit and teaching a seminar sometime. So that was just yesterday. Over the weekend, what do we have over the weekend? We saw Spider-Man. If you haven't seen Spider-Man, you have to go see that. Awesome. I love all the Marvel movies. I know some people don't, but I love all the
It
Marvel
was
movies.
really good.
They're really good.
It was like if I had to see that or the Odyssey again, and I love the Odyssey recently, I would see that again.
Yeah. Odyssey was really good.
It
I
was
liked it
great.
much better than the older one.
Yeah.
Well, let's before we lose everybody talking about our week, let's talk about our theme. So, when good things become too much, how do you recognize when good things like work, kids, volunteering, church, or hobbies have started taking more from your marriage than they're giving?
Ooh.
Ooh.
So, I mean, church, that's silly. That's a silly inclusion there. Did you put that in?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Chat did.
I mean, I think you read your partner and you read your family, and if things that you know, oh, my dog's little stick is under the couch.
Oh, poor. We'll get it later.
Mm. You read your family. If things start slipping, if things that you normally are responsible for or like to do with your family are not happening, um, it's time to cut back on you.
I feel like this is a weird question, though. It's a weird question.
I don't, because people, hear me out.
Go ahead.
Because people obsess, right? We know people, we have
Who?
done it too. Well, yes, some of us have obsessive type personalities.
Except for I don't have ODD.
We're not going to talk about
I
that
have
today.
OCD, but not ODD.
We're not going to talk about
Anyway, I learned all about that yesterday.
Okay.
I can't believe it's even a thing. Go ahead.
Okay. You've got me off track now. Anyway, I think it's easy to, they say invest in yourselves. Don't lose yourself in your marriage. Once you have kids, you're still a person, you still matter, and don't lose yourself. And that's all absolutely true. But there can also be a time where you're putting yourself, it kind of starts to flip flop and you start to lose the equity of it all, I think. Too much time in yourself.
So here's my take on the question, because I think it is a weird question.
Okay.
Because when good things become too much, right? All of these things. Okay, let's start with work. We work together, so we spend time together. It doesn't take away from our marriage. It adds to our marriage by spending time together. It's our livelihood. It's what we enjoy doing. It's my life's work and passion, and you share in that. And we love what we do. Our kids, like, I don't think we could, especially now as young adult 20 something year olds, we value and cherish the time with them. I mean, if Mason sits and watches a movie with us, or you get to go get your nails done or go shopping with Maddie, or we're just hanging out with Maddie at the end of the night talking, like that doesn't, we don't have a situation where it's taking away from it. Now, when they were playing sports and they were involved in activities, we probably spent a little bit more time investing in them than in us, but we still always made time for date nights and going out and vacation for us or whatever, right? I'll come back to volunteering because I think that that's a one on the list that might be the one that becomes too much. But church, like I, I don't see how that going to church could become too much because all that does is strengthen our marriage and our faith. Hobbies,
How about hobbies?
yeah, we both have different hobbies. So this one might be because like I can see that my jujitsu takes time away from us and takes time away from uh, doing other things. But like the Anaheim tournament, we just went to the Anaheim tournament, and instead of like driving down the almost 2 hours, over an hour and a half to get there, and then driving home, we decided we're going to go early, and we ended up going to downtown Disney. So we turned that situation into an opportunity
That was
for
fun.
us to spend time together and invest in our marriage. But if I go back to the volunteering, sometimes um, whether it be because of Rotary Club, it because of the chamber, or any other organization, especially when you have Holiday on High Street coming up, like that really, I won't say that it becomes too much, but it does tip the scales and the balance,
Yeah, it does.
right? But we still do all of that together. So for in our case, it doesn't become too much for us. It just gives us more reason to spend time together. Um,
I would say there was a season where I remember one year at SYB toward the end.
Mhm.
I volunteered there for 10 years. You coached, you did all the
You
things.
know what Mason asked me the other day?
What?
He said maybe we should go back when we were playing softball. Maybe we should go back and coach a team again.
How
That's what he
fun.
said. He asked me.
That's fun. No, but so I mean that was all fine, right? We did all that together, but I remember several times, especially the last couple seasons, where there was nobody to cover, the all-star tournaments. You had to have a board member there, and the gate and
How about just the snack
the
bar?
snack bar was so much. And I remember like Mason would be done with his game. I never missed a game, but when he was done, I'd have to cover. And you guys are leaving and going home and having Sunday. And I'm like, well, I'll see you around 5:30. I have to close the field down. And it was like, and I volunteered for it. Nobody pushed it on me. And I loved the league, loved helping, but I was like, wait, why did I do this to myself? This isn't helping, and so many times I would be doing these fundraisers that we were never the recipient of for the league. And it was like I was helping my son's team, which rolled into helping everyone else but my son many times because I wasn't there for him. So I hated that. I hated that feeling of ditching my family for other people. And so that's when the inequity for me happened.
Kinsey says, I am in this season. Yep, you're right in the thick of it
You
with,
are in
with
the thick of
baseball.
it.
But you'll get through it. And I think that in the end, we look back with good memories and no like sour thoughts. And
No, I feel like
just there were definitely those times where it tipped the scales.
yeah.
So here's an interesting text that I got the other day because I post about like going to see movies, and Jackie and I watch a lot of series. We're watching Best Medicine right now. Um, okay, a little campy, but fun. And someone asked me, how do you have time to see all these movies and watch all these series? And I was a little taken aback by that question because like we do, like we go to the gym every day. We have,
Yes, I do.
I said, I go to the gym every day. We work a ton with the studio and Rotary and Chamber and all the different events and stuff for the kids. And like I mean, we're pretty busy. Um, and yet we still have time for that. So I thought that was maybe we're not as busy as I thought we are because we definitely go see a movie at least once a week on average, maybe sometimes twice.
We what?
You want to see how many
Go
movies?
see a movie?
Well, okay, we watch a movie.
Oh,
watch
yeah.
it.
Well,
No.
but okay, but
We
watching a
probably
movie.
go to the movies once a month.
Okay, we
Now-
don't really fully watch a movie when we go to the movies. We, in fairness, a lot of it's background noise, and we are still getting, there's a laptop on the lap, or
Oh yeah,
there's things getting done. We're not just idly like,
eating bonbons.
oh,
Wouldn't that be fun?
that'd be lovely. No, not at all. So
Anyway, well, it's what we do. It's what we like. We enjoy it. So yeah, but I was like, I'm lucky enough to have a career that allows me that flexible time, and also have a wife and family that enjoys watching movies. So it is what it is.
we should get that wall taken care of.
No, let's not do that. Okay, so number two.
What are the warning signs that you're not just busy as a couple, but actually beginning to drift apart? I read this. I know I'm asking the question, but here I am answering it.
Go ahead, right?
And-
Go right into it.
Um,
Jeez, she just had her shot last night. Go ahead.
Is anybody else doing
Steroids,
AD plus?
steroids.
Yeah, it's good for you. What are the warning signs that you're beginning to drift apart? I read a whole thing about this, how
Tell me about it.
like it was this whole like video where a wife would say, "Hey, do you want to go for a walk?" And the husband's like, "Not really, not interested." Or, "Do you want to go get some dinner?" "No, I'm not hungry." Like, if you're not reading your partner, like maybe you're not hungry, but get your ass in the car and go sit and watch your wife eat, or take a walk with her.
Watch you eat
Watch me eat. I'm lovely. Watch.
pizza.
Love pizza. I love good pizza. Go for a walk, right? Sometimes we're all too tired, but like if you ask if I'll go for a walk, like the other day, I knew you needed to be walked. We always say that, like, do you want me to walk you?
I need to be walked.
You needed a walk. You needed to get out of the house and out of your environment because there was stuff going on in your head that you didn't like. And I was like, let's go get some fresh air. And I was tired, right? Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Just go do.
So here's my thought when you asked the question, what are the warning signs that you're not just busy as a couple, but actually beginning to drift apart? It's like when you choose to stay at work later when you could be going home, when you choose to go to the gym to get out of the house, when you choose to do other things over your spouse. I think that that's when you're starting to drift apart, because I am notorious for asking you anywhere I go, anything I do you want to come? I'm just like, but it's not because I don't want to be lonely. It's because I want your presence and I want you to be there. Even last night, I was like, I'm going to go roll tonight. Do you want to come watch and hang out?
And what did I say?
You said no, but I still asked. And, but so I think that the people that stay at work late because they don't want to go home and they don't want to deal, they leave in the morning as early as they can to go to the gym and get a head start at work. Like, I don't know. To me, those are warning signs. I'm not saying that that's like
Not in
the
every
worst
case.
thing,
Or
in the
not in
world.
every case either.
But I do think that that's where we see a little bit of drifting. Yeah, Nalani, when your partner is not the priority, it'll show in the efforts made. Yeah, I agree. And, we are each other's priority all the time. How we're feeling, what we need. If you need to be supported for an event, I need support. Like yesterday, I didn't have anybody to go with me to the
Farmers
booth.
market.
Well, let's call it farmers market. Yeah. Asked everybody, everybody on our staff was busy or had to teach later or whatever, and it's fine. But you're like, I'll go. And I was like, well, that's cool, because then I didn't have to sit there alone, and you made me a priority, and it's our business, so we work it together
It was
anyway.
fun. I had a really good time. And you know what? Like, I was only worried about passing out, but good news, I didn't pass out in the heat. So
Thank goodness, that would have been
a little
bad.
lightweight in the heat.
But yeah, I think those are the warning signs. That was a good one from Nalani, that when you're not making your partner a priority. But yeah, well, let's go to the next one, because we're already like 20 minutes
Go
in.
ahead.
So learning to say no. How do you decide what deserves a yes and what needs a no when saying yes to everything means having less time for each other? It was one of the best pieces of advice that someone said, that every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. Like yes to a volunteer position, I'm saying no to extra time with the family. So that was a piece of advice I got. But what do you think? How do you decide what deserves a yes and what needs a no?
So Me a couple years ago, like 3 years ago, I was saying yes to everything because, just like at SYB, I was like, "Ooh, this system is failing. I can do better, and the elections are up. I'm going to take that position. I can do better for the league. I want to leave it better than we came. Football, I want to leave it better than we came. I want to make money for this, and I know how to do it, and I have the connections." And for me, that was, where I was going, go, 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 go. Oh, you need another board? Okay, you need somebody on a board, you need somebody on the executive board. Can we jump into that too? Then I got sick, and then I kind of reprioritized. We both did, because everything didn't fall apart while we were gone, lo and behold. And um, I'm only doing the things I really love right now. I dropped out of a few things that were not my passion, that were still amazing, worthy organizations, but I don't do them anymore because it's not my absolute passion. And if I don't love it, and I need to pick a few things, I need to step back and see what really resonates with me rather than what makes other people happy by having me there.
Well, rather than giving a little bit of yourself to a lot of places, you can give a lot of yourself to a few places and make potentially, most likely, a bigger impact. I have always been, I was not I was not very good at saying yes to everything. Like, I think you jumped into a lot of things just because you like to help, and you have the tools and you have the skills and you have the ability. Um, I've always kind of said no almost immediately. So I may have gone like the other way around. Like, I often said no and say yes to a few more things now.
Yeah.
But I think that um, when you have a passion for something, it's much easier to say yes to something that you're super passionate, something you really care about. And I hate to say it, but I think that there has to be a win-win. I can't give 100% of myself to get nothing in return. I mean, I can't see myself putting 100% of myself into something where I'm just not really going to get back. And so it has to be, it's good for the organization, it's good for me,
Yeah.
it's good for the people involved. It's a win for everybody. So I think that that's where I will absolutely say yes, is where I know that it could be a win-win or a win for all. So that's my decision. Um, Next one.
Okay. What are some practical ways you protect time for your marriage when there always seems to be something or someone competing for your attention? That's a big one for when, especially when your kids are younger,
Mhm.
I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just you're the priority. Our family's the priority. Like, whatever we got going on at home and whatever the four of us have going on, that's always going to take precedent over something else. I've had to give up opportunities for birthdays and anniversaries, and that was the priority. That was more important. Um, so yeah, I think also something or someone competing for your attention. It really depends too on what that something or someone is, right?
Yeah, if it's a girl, I'm gonna take that right out. Just kidding.
Yeah. No, not enough of myself to give to more than one woman. Anyway, so yeah, I just think that we prioritize our time. Just in any given day, we prioritize. I mean, I often think to myself like, okay, I've got to do this, this, and this today, but like, I want to get home and I want to have some downtime. I want to have some time to talk with you. We want to watch our show. I mean, sometimes I will give up doing extra work because I just want to be home and spend that time with you.
Well, and for me, couple of things. Like I try not to do the PM events. There's a lot of events that we are asked to host, go to. I try not to do those. I don't like once we're home and I know everyone's on their way home from work, school, whatever. I want to be here. I want to, even if it's cooking or just sitting here knowing they know that everybody knows I can be here for them. I want to be here with everyone. I don't want to be out in the afternoon when everyone's getting home, late afternoon when everyone's getting home. And two, I don't really use this is like a big topic, but I don't really use my phone for talking on the phone. So I'm not going to sit and talk on the phone while everyone's here. Like I'll squeeze in a text here and there, but I'm not going to leave the room to take a phone call for something that I prioritize less than my family. That's like a huge rule for me, which most people know already, but
Jackie does not use the phone. I mean, the only time I really use my phone to talk is in the car.
yeah.
Other than that, I don't talk on my phone either. I text or I email, and um, sometimes I'm not really good at getting back to people's emails or texts because if I'm in the middle of something or we're doing something, it can wait an hour, it can wait a couple hours. Like nothing is that urgent. The only thing that's really urgent is what's going on at home. So yeah. All right, last question. What are we really building? At the end of the day, how do you make sure you're not so busy building careers, raising kids, serving others, and chasing goals that you forget to build your marriage?
On Friday, hey, do we have time to go see a movie tonight? Can we go to dinner? Can we jump away for lunch? Can you meet me for breakfast in a couple hours? Like if we have an early morning or I think just by connecting throughout the day and staying relevant to each other. How was your day? What did actually genuinely caring how your day was? How can I do you have a heavy day today? How can I make that easier for you?
I've seen this on both sides of the coin, really, because I can remember early. Let's see. So I'm like, what, 30 something years into building the business, right? And building the career. And there was a long time where like that was so important. Now, again, here I am 30 years, like the business has been built. It continues to build, but it's kind of more like remodeling, or it's more like adding on, accessories or adding, upgrades. But like I'm not in that beginning stage of like I'm just starting out and I just got to get there. Um, we got lots of comments, so we'll get back to that in a second. Um, so I'm not in that stage, and our kids are grown now, so you know, we look at this a little bit different. We're not so busy with the events anymore. So if you're asking us this now, it's a very different answer than 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or 30 years ago. Lots of goals that I've already achieved. Like, I mean, I've already achieved so many things that quite honestly, I never even thought that I would have achieved if you asked me at 20 years old. But so I don't find myself, chasing the goals or chasing the career anymore. But at the end of the day, like what in the end, like it's just us, right? The kids move out, they're successful, they do their whole thing.
Move out?
At some point, ours will. At some point, actually, I don't really want them to, but
I don't either.
I think they'll want to.
I think
I'm one.
so.
I never thought I would be that parent either. That like I thought I was the one that was going to be pushing my kids out at 18, and like no, I'm not. Anyway, but in the end, it's going to be us. It's going to be us. This little old couple just going to breakfast and going to have coffee together and going to the movies and
Put your glasses on, like that
they're
person.
on. They're on. So like I think that we're just really in that stage of
Yeah.
like totally focused on our marriage. There's not much standing in the way. So it's not a fair question, and we're not giving like I think really fair advice, but looking back at some of the things that we did earlier, I think that all the things we did is what got us to here.
Here, yeah.
So
I mean, if you can be the team mom, be the sponsor, be the fun parents that bring the snack, like do all the things because you don't regret it later.
yeah.
Yes, we don't call, we text. 100%.
Kenzie, we don't call, we text. No, most people don't know what power a divine couple in union holds, and that creates envy. There's a dynamic that we cannot achieve. We are not healed. Um,
If we are not healed, yeah,
if we are not healed.
yeah.
And I mean, I just think that, yeah, we have a strong faith and we have a strong union and we have a strong marriage. And I think that's what makes us uh, just better people too.
Yeah, and envy, I just feel like has no place in, I don't know, in my adult life, right? Like you can be happy for people, you can try to help people who are not quite where they want to be, but like for me to, envy is so unhealthy and it's not good for anybody, right? So um I learned that really early on when we first had Maddie. Teach your daughters to cheer on their friends, and that'll help them in life their whole life, right? Like don't be jealous of them because they have this or have that, because everybody has more than you in some way, right? Spiritually, financially, whatever.
Yeah.
Just be happy for them and cheer them on too. So
Well, and with that, like, when you look at another couple, right? Um, I mean, every couple is different. Like every couple's relationship is different. And there's, you know,
the
the,
grass is not greener.
the grass is not greener.
Yeah.
And you have no idea, like you have no idea what goes on in their life. You have no idea what goes on in our life. You have no idea what they've been through. And so it's really just different with everybody. But yeah, I do agree that putting each other first, making each other a priority, making that time for each other, sharing in our faith together, uh, raising our kids to be, good people, like you said, to cheer on other people, to raise people up. I think all of those things are what we strive for.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're headed out to another busy day.
Busy day. So I'm going to the gym. Jackie's going to film something. What are you filming? You want to tell everybody or leave it a surprise?
I have some UGC things to take care of today.
All right, let's
I'm
get
very
on it.
excited about it.
Make some
Meeting my dear friend
videos.
Tracy.
Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be great. Well, guys, thank you all for tuning in today. Appreciate y'all watching. Like,
cry.
comment. Don't cry. Like, share, comment, all the things. All the things. I said it.
My number one priority is getting the stick that fell under the couch. You guys, my dog's been staring at me for a half hour. It's so sad right now. I want to cry for
Gotta
her.
go take care of the dog. Okay, don't forget, go to Master Motivation Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe. Help us to break 1,000. We just got over 800, but help us. Did we get over 100? No, we got
7.
over. We're right under 800. So help us break 800, get to 1,000, and keep sharing. And hope you guys enjoy it. Have a great day.
Have a good week.
And we'll see you soon. Bye.